Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am the Grand Cat and today we're about to try and get the 12th win on Boom, but that's not what I'm recording because we're in the fortunate position where we're one win away from getting our 12 wins, but also we are merely 30,000 points away from getting the tribal thief Bronson Reed with his Shula Fala, which is something I've been wanting for quite a while, and we're going to try and grab it right now. So of course the 12th win streak is generally the match that the game makes the hardest. So we'll see how we get on. Okay, this is not exactly optimal. Has to be this. That's what I was scared of because I don't have anything that attacks in diagonal anymore. So now things get tricky. We got very lucky there at that precise moment. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this one here. Try and get the computer to do something else. Okay, now if I use Finn Balor to take over this one here, from that position they can take over these two spaces. It's easier to take over one space than to take over two, so I'm going to use Bronson Reed here to take over both of these, and hope the opponent doesn't take over both these spaces. Dagnammit. This is what I'm talking about, like, the game will put you into positions that you just cannot recover from on that 12th game. Okay, I may need to use an ad, and if I do, then I will pause the video, and then we'll come back to it. That's not a great position to be in. It's really not a good position to be in. Again, I can use the CM Punk to take over these two spaces, but from there, the opponent can also take over these two spaces. So just have to hope. Again, there's really nothing you can do from that scenario. And there's nothing I can do from this point either. Well, that's rather unfortunate, but we're going to keep going. We're going to continue to struggle on. A few setbacks has never been enough to stop a big old Grand Cat. Alright, let's keep going. We have received our free bout. Wait, does playing an ad also affect the audio? Oh my goodness, I've never noticed that before. This is a shockingly bad set of cards we have here. This is just the best we can do. It's the safest move, at least. Let's slowly make our way up. Okay. It's not incredibly helpful. Okay, 21,000. Now we've still got a bit to go before we can get that Bronson Reed. Well, it's not even telling us what our points are anymore. We must be very, very close to it. So I'm going to watch another ad and play the game again. Alright, let's continue. We are now on 10 wins. We still need 2 wins to get the 12-win streak. We're against Chester Franks. These are all good pieces, none of which we particularly want to start with. I'm going to do this. I hummed and hawed about it. Okay, well that's pretty good because if the opponent puts one there, they can potentially take over all 3 of these. Now we know that they can't, so that is pretty good. Okay. Now, where do I want to go from there? I think I'll do this. I think it's best to do this one. I'm going to use this card instead. Okay. That is such an annoying move to do at that stage. Unbelievable. That is literally the best that I could do. Ah, that sucked. Okay, we're still going to continue to try on. Alright, you don't get anything by giving up, you just have to keep going forward. I didn't become a world champion by winning every single game. The difference between a champion and a person that's not champion is the inability to give up. That is literally the only difference. Champions are just really stubborn creatures. Okay, now we're in a pretty good position. Okay, from here we should be able to win. And this may also actually be enough for the Bronson Reed. There we go, another 24,000. We've earned enough battle points for a new reward as well. And yes, there I can see the little exclamation mark next to the reward. But before we get it, let's try and get that 12 win streak on Boom as well. Let's try and go all out here. This will put us back on to 11 wins. And then if we win this and we win the next one, we'll get the 12 win. Now it's not a 12 win streak anymore. It used to be a long time ago. But now a win only puts you back one rather than putting you right back to the beginning. Which is so much better. Now, why couldn't we do that before? And then the Seth Rollinses. We do want the Becky Lynch, we do not need the SummerSlam card. And here we are. We are once again one win away from the 12 win streak. This is where we were at the beginning of the video, and I'm going to watch another ad and let's see if we can do it this time. And okay, we are back. Now hopefully we get it this time. Otherwise we're going to be here for quite a while to try and scratch and claw my way back up. Against the Seahawks again. I recognise this guy. Interesting. Okay. I think I need to do this. That sucks. Okay, so my two options are place a card here and let the opponent take over this space. Then I use a card here to take over this space, but the opponent can take over the space from here and from here. So it doesn't really matter, I don't think. But just in case it does, we're going to sacrifice this card here. As I said, even if I'd taken over that space initially, they'd have taken over with Roman, and then they'd taken over with Randy Savage. So it didn't make a difference in the end. It looks like we're playing another 2 games. At least. I really thought that would be it, but no, the game decided it did not want to stop playing there. Okay, back to 10 wins. Let's watch another ad. We're once again on 10 wins. Let's try and claw our way back up. 2 more wins until we get it. We've got 3 cards that only attack to the left. And then we've got the CM Punk that takes over everything. This is really not the position that you particularly want to find yourself in. I think I'm going to have to do that. Now it's a problem. Because now we don't have anything else that attacks up that direction. Actually, I think it might be fine. That's what I was waiting for. Okay, now from here, we can try and do some things. And we should have a Seth Rollins left. Perfect. Another 24,000 win. And we're back to the 11 wins. So again, we're 1 win away from getting that 12 win streak. Let's go for it. Hopefully, this is the last game. If everything goes well. We're against a Carney. Wonder if we're against Don Callis. Okay, that's not so bad. I'd love to be able to take over both of these spaces, but I can't. I can only choose one or the other. So I'm going to have to make a decision here. I think it's better to take over these 2. Okay. Now, what do I want to do? I think it might actually have to be the Bronson Reed, which sucks because that's not what I want to do. But the opponent can take over this space from here and here, and the opponent from this space can take over both of these spaces. So the other option is to place Undertaker here and take over this one space here, which the computer can then take over this space. And the only thing that I have attacking upwards at the moment is Bronson Reed, which would be destroying my own card, which I would prefer not to do if I can help it. Actually, I think that is the better move. Okay, that's not hideous. Fair if I had something that just attacked upwards, it was better than this, but this is the best move I've got. Okay, I think if I go for the Roman, then I think I should win. I think I can start taking it from here. Okay, it wasn't the cleanest victory, but we got there. And we get 2 Eon supports, which is Maurice, which is plus charisma to the deck, and the Advocate, Paul Heyman. That is pretty cool, I must say. And now, the thing that made it all worthwhile is we get the Tribal Chief, the Tribal Thief, the Thief of the Tribal Chief, Big Bronson Reed. And there he is, folks. That is very, very cool indeed. We're going to lock that one down because that was a mission to get. If we want to get the Pro, it's basically another 2 million that we need to get, which isn't outside of the realm of possibility in 15 days, but I don't actually really need the Pro. I would like the Pro would be nice, but I don't need them. I only really wanted that big old Bronson Reed image so that we can take our Crown Jewel Perth Bronson Reed and make him into the Tribal Thief. There we go, that's what all of this was for. And that is going to be it for this little video, folks, and I really hope you've all enjoyed. And if you did enjoy it, please give me a like, share, and subscribe. And if you are subscribed, make sure you click that notification icon so that you can see when more of these glorious little videos go out. And we shall see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everybody.